Hey everybody, welcome back to JT Channel. Yes, I am doing another video from my vehicle. The last video I did like this got 0 views. So, as in my most recent video. But go watch MAW, what's wrong with you? And I know I don't have to do this. I've said many times that I'm aware that I do not have to make these videos, but I like making them because I don't mind, obviously, like YouTubers that I watch that are like popular YouTubers, famous YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, who go out there and do whatever they're going to do. When they take time off, they don't have to explain themselves. And I'm not saying I have to explain myself either. It's not like I have a rabid fan base or anything. Like I said, I've got a couple videos on my channel that are sitting at 0 views. But even with that, I always feel like when I'm gone for a while, when I disappear for a bit, I want to try to explain myself and at least let you guys know where I've been and what's going on. Because I had every plan, every intention of getting Retro Wrestling Rewind episode 2 out today, Thursday, before Revolution this year happened on Sunday, because it made sense. It's been 5 years since Revolution 2021, which I know, retro, 5 years, whatever. We'll talk about it when I get the video out. But this past weekend, we ended up going out of town, and then when we got home Sunday, the time change really threw off everything to the point where even our 4-month-old was like just pissed off all day long. And it turns out that it can affect kids' or children's circadian rhythms. I didn't know that. Those are all big words that I don't know. I know rhythm. But the point is, this past weekend just didn't work out. And I told you guys I'd be filming stuff like that on weekends because the most time I have is on weekends. But I wasn't able to do this past weekend. And I'm trying to come up with more time because I could always get up a little earlier and film stuff in the morning. I could always come out of my bedroom at night and go film like after the kids go to bed, because they're both asleep for the night, usually by 9 o'clock. Not that that's here nor there, but it's just kind of explaining why there hasn't been any videos. Like Unreal Tournament, I probably haven't played that in almost 3 weeks now, and it's not on purpose. It's not because I don't want to play it. It's my favorite game of all time. We just started a new chapter 4, I think, and I was like, let's go. And then things have just been crazy lately. Everybody been sick. I've been really busy at work. Over the weekends, we've been like, I guess, just really busy. It's hard to explain. Like last weekend, like I said, we went out of town. Weekend before that, we were home, but we were just really busy. We just couldn't stop doing stuff. And I think this weekend might be a little better. So the hope, I'm not even calling it a plan. I'm sick of my plans. I try to plan something and it never works. But the hope right now, for me anyway, is that this weekend, because once Saturday and Sunday get here, like we're going to be kind of busy tomorrow, with very few like break times. But once Saturday and Sunday get here, we shouldn't have nearly as much to do as we normally do for the weekend. So I'm hoping to kind of pack in a bunch of recordings. And I know one of the reasons that my viewership has slowed down, and it's mostly because these people, excuse me again, that subscribe to my channel are probably subscribed to big channels like I am, like Jack and Mark and them. And more than likely, they're watching them play all these games, like all these popular games right now. Resi 9 and Reanimal and Silent Hill F, a lot of people are playing. What else is there? Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. A bunch of stuff that I don't play on my channel because I don't have the right console for some of these games, or I don't have the money to purchase the games when they come out brand new. So it's just one of those things, and I've said it before, it's not that I'm broke or poor or anything like that. It's just right now, I'm working at this new job for about 4 months, 5 months, maybe, actually, I think I'm at 6 now, but lost my train of thought. It happens. But we're just now kind of getting in the groove of like, this is how much I make and this and that and the other. And of course there's appointments. I have appointments like all the time, which makes for even less work time. So all these really popular games are out, and instead of playing them, I'm playing a game that's like almost 20 years old. I have a wrestling company, sure, but it's on 2K23, which is now 3 games old and is now on the wrong, it's a console old now as well, because 2K26 is the first 2K to be PS5 exclusive. It's no longer PS4. And of course, I also don't have a PS5. So there's all these things, right? And then my retro wrestling review for WrestleMania 6 did pretty well, overall, I think anyway. could have done much worse. And I'm sure the next one will do good, and the horror review show will do good once I get that going. That was supposed to start around the same time as Retro Wrestling Rewind. I had every intention of making these weekly things. I would spend the week watching whatever it was I needed to watch and taking notes, and then over the weekends, record them, put them out on Saturdays and Thursdays. It just hasn't happened that way yet. There was supposed to be a schedule. To be completely honest with you guys, there was supposed to be a schedule where on Saturdays, I would do Saturday of the Dead and any other gaming videos or whatever, and then I would scatter them throughout the week. And then on Sundays would be MAW and Retro Wrestling Rewind. That was supposed to be the schedule. And of course, Retro Wrestling Rewind would come out on Thursdays, whereas MAW would come out on Sundays. Saturday of the Dead would come out on Saturdays. Anything else I recorded over those time frames would just kind of be scattered throughout the week. And it just hasn't happened that way. I'm hoping this weekend is where I can finally do that. I'm making this video just to, apologize for one. I am sorry that I have not been on the channel as much. I love my channel. It's not like I don't want to do it. But to also tell you guys that I am trying. And, of course, to keep the content coming. I don't want my channel to dissipate too much. So, I almost said the plan. The hope is that this weekend, on Saturday, maybe I can do some Unreal Tournament. Maybe I can do any other crap I can think of. And maybe on Saturday I'll record Retro Wrestling Rewind, just because Sunday I really want to get to MAW. I actually have like a decently thought out show long angle to put on the next episode of MAW, and I was really looking forward to doing it last Sunday. Like, we went out of town to see my brother-in-law, and so my daughter could see her cousins. Well, my daughter and my son could see their cousins. We hadn't seen them all year. We haven't seen them since December, late December, like after Christmas we saw them. So we literally haven't seen them since last year. So we went to go see them, spend the whole weekend with them, and then Sunday with the time change, it just ruined both our kids' moods and sleep schedules and stuff. Again, circadian rhythm. I never thought I'd hear that about children. So I wasn't able to do MAW because I was too busy trying to keep my kids chill or calm, or at least make sure they were taken care of. Which I know I don't have to explain that. You guys know I'm a dad. But it just helps me to have this video out there. Again, even if nobody watches it. Like I said, it's funny. The other van video I did a couple of weeks ago talking about MAW and Retro Wrestling Rewind, it got 0 views. And then when I brought MAW back last week, or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, to the weekly programming after everything that happened, nobody watched it. And I'm just like, okay, well, it happens, so I'm putting this out there. I guess that's it. I don't really know what else really right now. Unreal Tournament and MAW and the 2 weekly shows I want to do are kind of the big things staring me in the face. If I would love to get into all of these games that are popular. It's just, again, I'm pretty sure none of them are available on the PS4. And even if they were, they're likely like $80, $90. I think $69.99 is like the cheapest game I've seen in a long time, as far as new games are concerned. It's the same thing with 2K26, except it's also on PS5. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but at least for that stuff, you guys understand people get busy. So again, hopefully this weekend seems a little less chaotic. Tomorrow is chaotic, but Saturday and Sunday I should have a little bit of extra time. So I'm going to use that wisely if I do get it. Like I said, get back to Unreal Tournament, get back to MAW, and then regardless of those two things, the main thing I'm going to do this weekend is get Retro Wrestling Rewind recorded. It's for Revolution 2021, which is the Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch, and a bunch of other stuff I forgot happened on that show. Like, there's another match on that show. I'm not going to sit here and spoil it. You can look at the card for yourself if you want. But there's another match on that show I didn't realize was on the same show as the Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch. So it's a good thing that I got to watch that again. It's a good show. I'll just say that now. Just kind of spoil it. But as far as my star ratings and the grade, you'll have to wait until next Thursday. So a week from today is when that will release. I'll say that here at the end if you watch this whole video. The number one video I'm going to record this weekend is Retro Wrestling Rewind. I have been dying to get that to be a weekly thing. I might even do the dice roll before Saturday or Sunday, and then just clip it onto the end of the video, because I want to start watching the next video. I want to start getting ahead of the game so that I don't have to get behind anymore. And then Saturday of the Dead, it's on a bit of a hiatus because I'm still working on what movie I'm going to cover first. My wife wants me to cover the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's one of the first horror movies she ever kind of enjoyed, I suppose. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to cover Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it should probably be the first one. But I'm just having a hard time landing on a first movie for that. I know you're probably thinking, well, why don't you just do what you did for RWR? You just picked an event that was nostalgic and you remembered it and you liked it a lot. Because that's also hard. Because I've got the Annabelle and Conjuring movies are my favorite horror movies ever. But then as a kid, I was a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. And then, of course, there's all the classics, Halloween, Friday the 13th, yada, yada. I can go on for ages. I could even do Terrifier. Terrifier is really popular right now. And I think they would get just a little bit of momentum. But again, you know me, I don't want to just chase views or anything. So just be patient with Saturday of the Dead. It'll come when it comes. That sounded horrible. But I'm working on it. I just need to land on a first movie. Maybe I'll do the dice roll. That seems to work. I'll pick 20 horror movies that I know I like. Maybe not all that I like. There are some wrestling shows on that list that have absolute crap matches, but I'm going to review them anyway. So maybe I'll put a few horror movies that I don't like on there as well. But that's it. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If there's anybody watching this, Echo! Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments down below if you have any suggestions for wrestling shows or horror movies. Again, I am sorry. I sincerely apologize for all the time I've missed on the channel. I will be back recording this weekend. If nothing else happens this weekend, I'm gonna hammer this home. If I don't get anything else done this weekend, then the only thing that will get done at least is Wrestling Retro Retro Wrestling Rewind. I named it that. I have ADHD and can't talk for crap, and I named something with crazy alliteration. That will come out next Thursday. Real quick, I'm hoping to do picks and predictions and a review for Revolution this year as well. If I can scrunch all that into the weekend with all the other crap, I'll be good. But until next time, this is JT Channel. I am JT. Thank you for being patient as always, and I will see you in the next one.